We all facing challenges. Right here, right now, in this very moment. You, me, and everybody. And nobody can offer you solution for your challenges and obstacles except you. Why is that? Because every challenge has an opportunity with it. So it doesn't matter how rich you are, how poor you are, how happy, unhappy, how old, how young you are facing challenges. But don't forget one thing, there is an opportunity in every challenge. And goes without saying that I shared my experiences countless times, and I will continue to do so because in all honesty, it shows that no matter how large life challenges are, they can be overcome, or at very least, face it head on and taken action. Now you ask yourself, how does Mario Bekes know this? So let me give you a quick rundown how I know this. In a nutshell, I survived war, 1,800 consecutive combat days. Yes, I was wounded a few times, but 1,800 consecutive combat days. I worked in a world of diplomatic intelligence and I was never compromised in foreign country. I was building my company from basement with no money. Well, I was given by my friend some money to pay for license. Did I fail? Yes. Did I rise? Yes. I was betrayed. I was told not to write the books, but I did it. And I did it a few times, making bestseller author. At the end, I'm the Guinness World Record holder. That is how I know. I lived, I survived, I learned lessons on my failures mostly. For a while, I believed that only thing that was a constant in my life was my problems. To be honest, my fear of barriers simply made me more stressed, anxious but self-conscious, knowing my strengths and weaknesses and what I must do in order to be happy, healthy and successful in what I do. I'd like to welcome you all to the podcast Life, the Battlefield. Those who don't know me, my name is Mario Bekes, and I'd like to share today on this podcast episode 7 keys how to overcome challenges. There's no question, obstacles are a part of life and can be disastrous, particularly when they come as a surprise. And since our brains are programmed to concentrate on that issue, it is normal to think that way. However, the real test of our character, is how we respond to challenges. I personally discovered that lost opportunities are among the most expensive errors. Lost opportunities are among the most expensive errors. And frequently, overcoming challenges can lead to chances that change our lives. Now we can transform challenges into benefits and chances by mentally altering our viewpoint. There are numerous instances of people overcoming and thriving in the face of adversity, and they can be found through history. So guys, when you just to add on something on this, one day you're gonna choose to have the business coach, life coach, or mentor. There's two different positions in your life, mentor or coach, depend who you choose. But if you choose the coach, you need to ask your coach 2 questions. How to do it. Leave the theory on the side. How you do it. I told you right now at the beginning of my podcast, when I put this out, I'm standing in front of the firing squad. You can always challenge me. You can say to me good things, you can tell me bad things, but I'm using real life examples. That's how I know, and I know how it can be done. So when you ask your business coach or life coach, first question is, forget a theory, how it can be done. Second question is, will your coach be responsible for your success or failures? If not, tell them goodbye. Most of coaches just talk. And that's what I learned, because even there's the challenges in your life, you can convert them into the victories. The question is, why does it always feel like a small number of people achieve success while the rest repeatedly fail? Let me dig into the history. According to Marcus Aurelius, he said this, I quote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." After all, our challenges provide us with a route to development achievement. However, The ability to accept challenges is maybe the most crucial lesson that we should all learn. And people are afraid to face the music, to face the challenges. Believe me, there have been numerous times and occasions when I felt like a giving up and blaming for all my mistakes and negative things other people. And trust me, I was an expert in blaming everybody and anybody for my mistakes except myself. Till one day, I need to face music. Since that day, it was simple for me to place the blame on others than to accept responsibility and move on. That was my line of least resistance back then. Everyone has experienced this at some point in their lives. So I know I'm not alone. It's normal. You're gonna blame somebody. You're gonna tell everybody off. You're gonna tell everybody how it's their fault for everything what you're not achieving. Wrong. The day I admitted that I'm the sole source of all my problems or successes, then things start changing. When I start applying what I learned in the war, in the military, in intelligence, when I start understanding that every answer for all my challenges is within me, life advances. You only have power over yourself in any scenario, whether it be personal or professional. Only you have that power. You always have the option to view the challenges for what it is and so find a method to make it better, no matter how hard it seems. It was an easy journey for me to reach this insight. Why is that? I was a very young person caught up in the battle from early age, and I'm talking about war at age 18. My parents left me overnight, literally left me message on the table. Morning I wake up, it says on the paper, we are okay. I was 18 years old. I had nowhere to go except in the war. Then at age 26, I arrived in Australia to work as an intelligence operative without any knowledge of the English language and having to start over several times in private life. I was terrified, unable to act when I saw the unknown or the unimaginable. Naturally, there are instances when your survival instincts takes over, such as during the battle. I must say that I truly admire people and I always respected those who maintain composure under the pressure. Usually people are come from all walks of the life in your life. As I said at the beginning, doesn't matter how rich or poor you are. The difference it is you have nowhere to go. You need to work on yourself. So you need to respect yourself when you maintain that composure under pressure, because people who are born into something, they have something, they can always go to the parents, to the community, and they're going to look after them. I have seen those people overcome obstacles and come out stronger than before. No, I believe it's to be natural. Something you either had born with or not. So, you're not just given opportunities in your life. You can be born with that mentality in your brain, in your body, that you want to overcome those obstacles, that you want to fight for this. Doesn't matter how hard it is. Everybody thinks that there's plenty of time in life. Life is ticking. Life is ticking like a bomb. It's going to explode at the end. So why don't you fight before that bomb, that explosion happen? You eventually come to the realization that you must confront and overcome every insult, danger, fears, and stress on your own. For me, it wasn't simple. Guys, I was being called the names even today. I dare to start something in country which is not mine, on a language which is not mine. English is my fifth language. And people still try to tell me how stupid and how wrong I am, because they didn't want me to see I live my dreams. It wasn't simple. Did I cry? Yes, I did. Was I upset? Yes, I was. But I managed to exercise one thing you have power over, called the self-control, and preserve long enough to acquire abilities that will benefit me in both my professional and personal life. I'm aware that giving up is simple temptation, but resisting it requires choice. Only you have power over your emotions and your responses. Nobody else. When I was in a war, nobody taught me and share with me any booklet, any manual, how to overcome fears and how I'm going to respond. We have the training, repetition makes you permanent. You are surrounded with the people who you're going to share the trenches. People who are one cohesive unit. But are we all afraid? Yes, we are. Some people more, some people less. But nobody can teach you how to face the obstacles. Sometimes obstacles are just a chance to exercise virtues like patience, bravery, resourcefulness, justice, and inventiveness. Actions to guarantee that your challenges strengthen your resilience and enable you to overcome challenging circumstances. And what I learned in a world of military and the wars and working as an intelligence operative, I learned there's 7 keys to overcome challenges successfully. And I want to share with you today those 7 keys. So guys, number 1 is perception. It's our ability to see, comprehend, and decide what something means to us is known as perception. It is possible for perception to be source immense power or weakness. As you're aware, we only make our own problems worse if we are emotional, subjective, and short-sighted. We must have the ability to control our passions and their influence on our life in order to save ourselves from becoming overtaken by the world. Both ability and discipline are needed for this. But the truth is, what's left, therefore it's worth it. We'll see things plain and honest, just where they are. When it comes to overcoming challenges, this will be a huge advantage. Second key element is recognize the core of the challenges. We all frequently concentrate on effects and symptoms of challenging circumstances rather than underlying cause. To find solution, we must first take the time and space to identify the root of the issue before attempting to address it head on. You must find the root of all your problems. Is that your behavior? Is that your money? Is that your job, relationship, kids, whatever they are? Take the time and space to identify the root of the problems. Number 3 key element is modify your viewpoint. I discovered that altering your viewpoint can have profound impact. You will be able to comprehend an obstacle's various facets and spot hints of fresh chances. Once what? When you began to view it from a different perspective. You need to see the problems from different perspective. You need to take that emotional attachment away. Guys, one thing I realize now, I'm 52 years old, that every solution has a problem. No vice versa. We have solutions for everything. Any problems, known or unknown. That's how the doctors are fighting your illnesses. That's how the society tries to create new things and answers on a now rapidly moving, developing technological world we are in. So we have every solution for problems don't even exist. So know that solution is gonna be there. Sometimes it's even okay to take a sleep. The next day, solution will appear. I'm telling you this from my experience. Number 4 key element is take the charge. One of the most difficult things about hurdles is that they can make you feel defeated right away. Right now, right here. Something's gonna happen, your world's gonna collapse. So what you need to do, regaining control and concentrating on your strengths rather than your weaknesses, it's crucial. To get beyond the impediment, keep going and show initiative. Doesn't matter how hard and difficult it is. Guys, I've been in the snow. I've been at 20 degrees below. I was freezing in a summer uniform. We coughed the blood. We were dying, but we show initiative. We're gonna fight because that is all we need to do. We need to fight. And we brought our fight to the enemies. So number 5 key element is take the offensive. The fact that numerous wars have been won despite being outnumbered should serve as a motivation. At first glance, this would appear to be drawback. However, it also gives you the chance to come up with fresh and new tactics that will surprise you. So don't forget, because something is better and bigger and stronger, that will defeat you. Don't take offensive there. You're gonna become innovative. You're gonna adjust. You're gonna improvise. You're gonna be there and you're gonna win that fight. That challenge will be smashed. That obstacle will be removed. Number 6 key element is think on the big picture. If you are unable to resolve the issue on your own, consider how you can help other family members, friends, business partners, or teams. Sometimes we fight harder for the people we care about, especially when we consider the wider picture. I'll tell you something from my experience personal. Those who know, my son was struggling with epilepsy 10 plus years. Now it's healthy and, had a big brain surgery, and he was one of the luckiest that he comes on the other side healthy. But I need to fight for him. I need to fight for him, with him, for him, and every single day, because I saw wider picture. I'm not saying that you need to go to some biggest ordeal, to experience this. But sometimes you need to fight for the people you care about, especially when we consider that wider picture. Which brings me to the key element number 7. And that is, there is no secret formula to success. Our unwavering determination to continue forward is a key to cultivating our courage and capitalizing on chances presented by adversities. You understand? So don't think there's a secret form of success. It doesn't exist, because the life consists from solutions and problems and solutions. It doesn't matter in what stage in your life you are, you're gonna face the challenges, maybe this very moment. But knowing that you can tackle this challenge, doesn't matter how big or small it is, or how you think you are useless or hopeless, just fight small steps and you're gonna win, and you can capitalize on this. That's all there is to it. It's the easiest and toughest thing in the world, to be honest, because all you need is a strong enough desire to keep going. Desire to keep going. Are you going to fail? Oh, yes, you will. You will fail. Will it be simple? Never. But staying on, it's your only option. The obstacles and issues we encounter in our personal and professional life are a necessary part of the process of reaching our objective. Whether or not we decide to follow that map, it's up to us, me, you, them. But all you need is the will to overcome your obstacles, the will to find happiness even in the most difficult circumstances, and the resolve to keep going no matter what. Keep going no matter what. I'll see you on the other side. Feel free to subscribe, share, like, and comment. Let me know how do you facing your challenges and obstacles. Thank you.